Yo yo yo, what's up YouTube? Still playing some Hades today. I wanted to go mannequins, but I got an older run, so maybe I'll just do Bumbas. I think I'm gonna do two Hades videos. Either way. Like I wanna do a mannequins video and a Bumbas video. Because I think they're both viable strategies, like auto attack versus ability based Hades. I think they're both like super viable strategies. So I'm gonna do two of those videos, but it looks like this one's gonna be a Bumbas one. Yeah, I want the beads. This one's going to be a Bumbas one. The reasoning for that is because I'm not against a physical character, and it's not like you need to go against a physical god for mannequins to be value. That's not true at all. But it definitely is substantially higher value if you are against a physical god. Like, for instance, this guy has mannequins, and that's totally fine. But, it's so much better versus physicals. It's unbelievably better. It goes from just being good to being like almost broken, you know? I decided to give up the first wave. Actually, I guess I didn't give up nothing, huh? I got 5 gold, or 5 creeps in gold and all 6 in XP, so I really didn't give up much by doing that. I decided to give up the red, I suppose, because I don't need the red early. I just mainly am focusing on farm slash out sustaining this guy. So, and also he was pressuring up towards my tower. He was playing smart. A lot of people don't do that versus Hades. They basically just stand back and play the game like normal. But if you push up really early, oh no. Wait. This is not this is not what I wanted at all. I was trying to get one of the smalls off that blue buff to hit 5, just like he did, you know? Okay. Alright, so this was terribly played by me, but it kind of worked out. He's going to come towards me, and then I'm going to jump over the wall. This is huge value for me. He decided not to be... I think he was waiting to see if the little Hades bug... Alright, I don't think it's a bug, but I call it a bug because it should not happen, dude. It's so dumb. Basically, there's this thing where if you Hades ult someone at the very edge of it, they can take multiple ticks and still walk out of it. Like, I'm not talking like they got hit by one tick and then managed to squeeze over it last second, even though that shouldn't happen either, but that's not what I'm talking about. No, 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 no. I will see people be hit by the Hades ult 2 or maybe even 3 times and then walk out of it because they're at the edge and they just squirmed out because it doesn't pull all the time. It's like a tick pull, I guess, which is just so dumb to me. That should not happen. But anyways, I think that's what he was trying to do there. Trying to see if it would happen. Just gonna clear this. We don't want to box with them because we have our stacking item ready here, and also he will win the boxing trade like 99% of the time. He has mannequins and he's all around. Like, his character is better at boxing, better at auto trading, and his build is also much better. So to explain what happened up here a little bit more, if it wasn't entirely obvious, I walked up there to invade his buff, right? And I wanted to... I'm gonna back for a health chalice because there's nothing to do here. I wanted to get one of the smalls because both of us, if we clear one mini, we'll hit 5. He ended up getting both of the minis, hit 5, ulted me. I jumped out in like a super weird way. I didn't even mean to jump that way. And so we should have probably died or at least been forced to beads. And we ended up getting the buff anyways. And nothing bad happened to us. So like, we played it really bad and kind of just got away with it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Wait, we should not have gotten away with that, but we did. So I'll take it. I'll take it, man. We're conceding this red buff again. Not so big deal. Honestly, I wanted to go for those smalls. But then I wouldn't have my 3 for the wave. And I want to be able to pressure his blue as much as I can, so... I do have beads for his ult, so... I'm in a great spot to do these and walk away. Hades is one of the more hated characters in Duel. Like, people don't like going against him, and they always say he takes no skill, and Hades players are bad, and, you know, I might be bad, but that doesn't mean all Hades players are bad, dude. And by the way, like, just some context, because I know not everyone who watches the videos are from stream. Hades is one of my preferred gods in Duel. I really like this character. I have like almost 7,000 worshippers on him, I believe. I really like him a lot, but I don't really play him too much on this map because this is his worst map. I could jump over, but yeah, I probably could have stole that if I jumped over, but then I lose my beads because he'll ult me. Which might have been worth it, honestly. Gonna pull him in here. Got his beads. Ran back out. This is super weird by him. I don't really know. He doesn't have any mana to fight me, so I don't know why he would decide to fight me. Which makes sense because he ended up backing off anyways. I don't know who this guy is. I've never played against him, but he seems pretty good. Maybe he's like a conquest player that just decided to queue up a random duel. I'd say that's a lot of like the random, like pretty decent players in Duel. Like if you don't know them and they're pretty decent, most of the time they main conquest and they're just randomly playing Duel. And the crazy part is a lot of the Duel mains aren't good at Duel, right? Like a lot of the Duel mains just play cheesy stuff and suck. Whereas the Conquest people come in, and I'll be honest, the Conquest people don't win as much as you would think that they do. But they put up good games. Like, they put up really good games, so. By the way, I don't know when or why I put a point in my jump. You definitely want to max the 2-second, most certainly. There was definitely no reason I did that. It's probably just like muscle memory kind of situation. He has no beads, so. Dude, it sucks when that happens when like one creep lives, and so instead of the creeps just resetting onto you, they basically run away. No. Oh my god, that was so close. He had to have missed an auto or something. I was not expecting that damage, dude. Oleron is so good right now. I honestly ban Oleron about 99% of the time. But there's once in a blue moon where I plan on picking a character that I think beats him, so I don't ban him. Or I just forget to ban him. I don't even know which one happened here. I think I forgot. Because while I do think Hades beats Oleron, I don't think it's like a stop or anything. Because the main problem with Hades right now is his best build is Bumbas. Hades' best build is Bumbas. And it's kind of hard to get to. Well, okay, I guess I shouldn't say that because 9.5 patch, where they buffed everyone's health, they did make it snowball worse. But generally speaking, it was kind of hard to get to 20 on this map as Hades because he doesn't have any pressure early if people just try to snowball the best they can. And Oleron is a snowball character, with mannequins at least. He is very much so a snowball character. And so this matchup isn't great in the sense of he can win early before I get online. But if I get to the point where I get online, this matchup should just be easy breezy. I don't think I should have won that fight though, honestly. I do not think I should have won that fight. I think he might have missed a couple autos or something. I played it a little bad. His ultimate, like him autoing me in my ultimate and his ultimate went so hard, bro. Like he was doing way more damage than I thought, considering the fact that Hades ult gives protections. He was doing way more damage than I thought. Yeah, he's forced to beads here. That's a polyproc. That's a polyproc. That's a polyproc. So why did I go second item poly, by the way? Because in this matchup, I'm not too scared of dying. Besides him ult comboing me, which I have beads for. So as long as I play my ults correctly, you know, CC immunity. If I play my ults correctly, if I play my beads correctly, and I don't overstay my welcome, you know, I press my B button, or my recall for you controller players, and I leave the fight, I should be fine. Like, I should never really die. I am going to upgrade my beads here. I should never really die, so therefore, if I don't need defense to survive, at least not in that moment, second slot, I might as well just go more damage, right? Because if the enemy has no kill potential, that doesn't mean I have to have no kill potential. So going defense would just ensure the fact that I survive when I'm already going to survive. And it would ensure the fact that I probably don't kill him because I don't do any damage. Because all I would have is Book of Thoth. So, Book of Thoth into the poly. Oh, also, I guess I should talk about this build because a lot of people just go Bancroft's Hades, so I know I'll get comments on it. This is just my preferred build. I've done it for a long, long time. Auto Attack Hades and Book of Thoth Hades. It's just my preference. Basically, the reasoning behind it is people are going to go anti-heal. A lot of anti-heal versus Hades no matter what. This guy is 60% already. So the Bancroft's healing doesn't come in clutch nearly as much as people would like to imply that it does. And so if I'm not going to get insane healing, right? What's my next concern? Damage, okay? Bancroft's does a lot of damage, Jesse. Like, it's amazing. And you guys are right. It does do a lot of damage all game long, especially early game. But it does not out-damage Book. Book, especially because you want to build poly, Book does so much more damage mid and late game than Bancroft's ever could. I think I want this. So, if I'm not going to be healing a ton off my Bancrofts, if Book does more damage than it, why would I ever go Bancrofts? Well, the reason why you would want to go Bancrofts ever is if you think you're, you know, whether it's because of the matchup or because you as a player are not ready to not get snowballed, basically. If you don't think you can handle the pressure of the game that you're in, then go Bancrofts and you'll probably survive the early game better. But if you have no problem surviving the early game, you don't need the crutch early game lifesteal and power. You know that you'll make it to the mid-late game. You'll scale well. There's no point going Bancrofts in that scenario. I'm just going to get his beads here, I think. We're going to jump on him and ults. Polyproc him first. That's important. Yeah, this matchup's... There's no way this matchup is in Oleron's favor one bit. Oleron has a chance to win because he's just a good god, you know, but... he probably should not win. I do not think that character should win. Also, he went Thorns. That's not good at all. That is not good at all. He should have went any defensive relic. I don't know exactly which one he should have went, but Aegis would have been better than that. Ankh would have been better than that. Upgraded Med would be better. Shell would be better. Like, pretty much any relic in the game, besides, like, Teleport to Towers, would be better than that. Bracer would be better. Alright, did some decent damage. Also, Book of Thoth, another thing, is if you don't need pen / anti-heal, you can go Book of the Dead late game if you want. And you don't always need pen on Hades, because Bumbas is you're gonna do 1,000,000 damage with just your infinite cooldowns from Bumbas and your true damage from Bumbas. Your middle tower is under attack. So, sorry, I was a little distracted because I heard something outside. So, you technically, like right here, for example, if I went Book of the Dead, a lot of people would hate on this build because it doesn't have any pen besides the flat pen from Divine. It doesn't have percent pen. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't get my beads off in time. He should die here, I would imagine. Oh no, this is bad. No way, dude. No way. And he surrendered. Okay, I don't think this is good enough for a recording per se, so I'm going to try to hop into another one and show you guys some more. Maybe I'll be Mannequins Hades. Maybe I'll just be more Bumbas, because that's what this video is about. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, boys. We're back into the second game. We're against an Arachne this time. It's a different guy. I don't even know... I don't even know how to say that name, but whatever. We're gonna go Bumbas. We could go Mannequins this game, like I was saying earlier, because we're against a physical god. But this is a Bumbas video, man. This is a Bumbas video, so we're just gonna do this. I don't really think the potions matter too much, like which potions you go, like multi or mana, or I didn't talk about this in the last game, but I don't think the potions really matter too much. Just, you know, get what you can, I suppose, whatever you prefer. I like to start the blue buff on Hades. I mean, I like to pick up the blue buff, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And in this matchup, I'm pretty sure that I'll die, honestly. If I jump on the first wave, I think she can kill me. So we're just going to do this. But that could also be me playing it a little too safe. Like, if this guy's not the greatest player ever, I could definitely get away with triple buffing him. And abusing Arachne is terrible early game clear, basically. Hide in the minions so she can't hit me. Yeah, like, this is probably what I could have done. So maybe I gave up that red for no reason. But it's not that big of a deal, though. It's really not. We're still going to have pressure here. We're still going to double buff. Triple if you count that thing. But it's not really a buff. It's just a camp. We're going to jump on the wave. Try to auto the Arachne. We missed. I wanted to auto to group up the creeps, but we didn't need to anyways. So. That's our beads. We walk away. We walk away. Hope you guys are having a good day. Boys and girls. Twitch chat, YouTube chat, whatever. Whatever you guys are, man. Whatever I should be calling you guys. Hope you guys are having a good day. Eat. She giving up? I don't. Dude, I can't hit him. I can't. What the? What the heck, dude? I really hope he doesn't troll the rest of this game, man. Like, I wanna be able to upload this. I guess, like, the thing about this, though, is I'm just trying to, with this video, I'm just trying to prove to you guys that Hades is still good, while this is his worst map, for sure, and this is probably one of his worst metas. Well, I shouldn't say it's one of his worst metas, because he still has Bumba's Hammer, right? And whenever Bumbas is in the game, Hades is gonna just be good, right? But this is definitely his best, or his worst map, rather. Because there's not as many camps for him to control and walk over and clear, basically. There's not too much to do. You kind of just stand around and stare at each other for a hot minute. And that's not really where Hades shines. Hades shines on like the classic Joust map where you can just run around one-shotting all the buffs. Or like Jade Corruption where he can run around one-shotting all the buffs. But, you know, also bob back into lane over and over. And clear the wave, do a camp. Clear the wave, do a camp, you know, over and over. And so basically Hades can get really, really far ahead by just one-shotting all the camps. There's nothing you can do about it. Which you can't really do as much on this map. He can do, but not too crazy. Bro, this guy's insane. This guy is insane. So I'm trying to prove that Hades is still really good. He's still worth a ban if this character annoys you at all. And I also am trying to show you guys this build. This build's gotten a lot more popular since back in the day. You know, when I used to play Hades a lot. But still, I see people when they do this build, every time I'm against them, and granted it could just be a, you know, player issue, obviously. But like every time I see Hades players go this build, they make it look so bad, dude. Like, they basically just fight super hard early game and die early and then get snowballed and don't even get their Bumbas online. It's like people do not know how to play this character without Bancrofts or lifesteal in general. I'm just gonna get all the spiders here for more damage, but also to kill all the spiders. So we blighted him and 4 creeps there. Oh, I tried to hide in the wave so she couldn't do that. She couldn't get her stun off on me. I should have ulted there. I could have got her beads. I don't think she would have had enough time to ult before I can get 2 ticks off. So I should have ulted there. But yeah, so, you know, I just don't want you guys to get the wrong idea with this build. If you guys try it or you see other people do it and it goes really badly, like, basically all you have to do with this build is play smart, guys. Like, you build these items, you keep your distance, you farm up, you get to late game, or even mid game, and you're broken. You don't even need the Bumbas. Like, you do fine early game. I mean, you do fine mid game. Like you guys saw last game against that Ola run, like, I didn't even get to the point where I had Bumbas. I was just killing him with my Book of Thoth, because Book of Thoth does a million. Look at how much damage I'm doing already. And she has tier 1 defense too. And granted, yeah, Bancrofts would probably do somewhat similar damage to that. Book of Thoth really shines in the later stages of the game, or the mid stage. Dang, I tried to get her. Especially when you get Poly, because Poly's just more mana. And Breastplate, by the way, which I didn't get to build last game, because I was against a magical. But optimally, you want to be against a physical god, so you can dive the tower with your Fizz D more. But also because Breastplate's super sick with this build. It's super sick. We love Breastplate. It gives us early game CDR. Bro, I did that thing where I put a point in my jump again. I don't know why. But yeah, Breastplate gives mana, Poly gives mana, Book gives mana, and even if you didn't have those mana items, it does more damage than Bancroft's does. And you have infinite mana too. That's another thing. You really shouldn't build this based off of that. Like, you don't build Book of Thoth so you can have mana, but it is an excellent addition. Like, you know, infinite mana is it's obviously going to be really strong when your character has healing. And when you get to Bumba's late game, you're going to be spamming cooldowns. You're going to be healing a ton with Bumbas in your 3. You're going to be spamming cooldowns. You're going to be draining your mana really fast. And unless you stay for a really long time, you probably won't go with Bancrofts, but you definitely won't go with this. Look at how much damage we're able to put out onto this full defense Arachne, by the way. Dude, I cannot hit this guy, dude. You know, some people say Hades autos are like giant and unmissable, and I disagree. I mean, I'm not the greatest ranged auto attacker. That's why I don't really play hunters that much, as it's just not my strong suit. But still, bro, that being said, holy smokes. Oh, we stole that. I'm just going to ult this, try to get her beads or ultimate. We got her beads. We're going to walk away, try to one-shot both these camps best we can. Oh, wait, she got the mids. I thought she was setting up to invade my blue, but she obviously did not do that. Right now, she has, like, no damage whatsoever. Like, Arachne, the character, has good damage at level 11, but her build is super bad for this stage of the game. I basically can do whatever I want. I don't even have defense, like I said. You shouldn't really get pressured too much with this, but I swear, every single time I see someone try this, they just make it look bad by feeding their brains out early. Guys, it's really not that hard to not feed with Hades with this build early game. You don't need the Bancrofts. It's not that hard to not feed. You just have to play smart and play safe. You just have to play safe. Like right here, I'm hiding in the minions, trying not to take a ton of damage. I'm jumping away because my ultimate is down and because she's about to clear the wave and start beating me up. Like, I'm playing smart, right? That's all you have to do. Now, sometimes you're in matchups against like an AMC or like a Olaron, and they full PvE you. They go mannequins or whatever, and they basically just hold down their W key at your tower, and then they're on Bull Demon and they're trying to pressure the game out really quickly. Yeah, that can be an issue sometimes, but you should not be dying early game as Hades. Look at this damage, man. I have a poly proc here if I can catch up to her, but I probably won't unless she turns around is the issue. I'm just gonna poly proc this thing a bit. Probably could have used my poly a bit earlier, but goes how it goes. Alright, we're backing up, we're resetting. Hopefully that tower dies. Actually, leaving the tower up is probably fine, because I can't really do Bull Demon right this second, so a lot of people don't do this, but one strategy you can do is basically not kill the tower, because if you're against a character like this, where you can push creeps under tower sometimes, if you kill the tower, that means there's no longer going to be a tower there to steal your opponent's gold. Like, that tower, you know, there's two ways of looking at it. They're either defending against minions, or they're just robbing you blind of gold. And you want the tower to rob your opponent of gold, so you don't always want to kill it unless you know for a fact you can do something off of it. Like right now, I could probably polyproc and front door this thing, but I'm not going to, because if this guy takes too long to get back to lane, or if he decides to go for that blue buff instead, the creeps are going to walk in the tower, and the tower is going to hit at least one or two of them, if not more. It might die in this instance, obviously. But the tower is going to shoot those minions. And once it shoots it one time, there you go. The gold is gone. The gold is completely gone. So, yeah. I know I said I can't really do much off of this, and I really can't, but I'm going to try to get Bull Demon. It's really... I don't want to say risky, because even if she steals it, she's not going to kill me, and she's not going to get too much off of it. So it's really not that risky, but I should not be able to do that. She should hear me doing it and come over and try to punish me.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I don't think she expected me to up down quite like that. She definitely does not win this. You want to make sure you're utilizing the polyproc, guys. I'm not always going to be the best about doing it, but most of the time you'll see me bobbing autos in between abilities, partially due to the fact that you want to apply Blight. Hades, oh, I probably could have got her. You want to apply Hades passive, Blight, but you also want to polyproc in between abilities. It's really important that you get the polys off, because the Book of Thoth having so much power also adds to the poly, right? It makes the poly even more valuable than what people are used to. You build all this power for a reason, and that reason is for damage. Part of that damage is poly, so you want to make sure you're building all the power, applying your poly, getting the objectives with it, killing enemy gods with it, all that good stuff. Bro, we have 2,500 gold in hand. I should probably back here. We should not be, by the way, we should not have the Phoenix this early. The only reason we get the Phoenix this early is because we got Bull Demon and Hades. While if you go this build and you have Poly, Hades can do it kind of early, but he shouldn't be able to. Like, he makes a bunch of noise doing it. Anyone who's paying attention should hear him. Even if they're standing in lane, they should be able to hear you doing it, and so they should be able to come over and stop you from doing it, but obviously in this instance that did not happen. I think I'm just going to go this. Why not, honestly? Why not? It's pretty fun to do. I don't really need Pen per se right now, like not a lot anyways. He only has 50 prop from this. And I'm doing plenty of damage, so this is just a fun option, and it makes me unkillable, so why not? Why not, dude? But the other alternative would probably be going Divine Ruin or Ob Shard. Those are my two other options. Divine Ruin for a heal, or Obsidian Shard just because it has Pen. I don't... Well, hello? What? Dude, this reminds me of when Arachne was like meta, when Serrated Edge came out a long time ago. A bunch of Arachne players basically would just build... Get this slow off me. Dude, come on. A bunch of Arachne players would basically just build all the movement speed, which this guy didn't do. He's going... Unless he's going Serrated too, but usually they go like Toxic Blade, they go Serrated Edge, they go Stone Cutting. Like, they would just build... I'm just going to do buffs here. They would just build all the movement speed items in the game and just clear, basically int onto the waves and get to like 10% health, 20% health, because you're beating on them while they're golden blading the wave down, and then they would just run away. And sometimes, depending on what god you were playing, it was super annoying because you actually couldn't catch them. Like right there, for example, you like actually could not catch them, so it was super annoying. And other times they just inted. So I don't know, it's like a hit or miss strategy of just basically running it down. Like right here, look at this guy. What do you... What? What's your play here, man? It's like, I honestly don't want to kill. Yeah, he went serrated. He has 2 MS items so far. I don't want to kill him because I'm level 19, right? Like, I'm super close to the Bumbas. So I might as well wait and get the Bumbas online to show you guys, because this is a Bumbas video. It's also just a Book of Thoth poly video. It's the whole build, I guess. Which Bumbas is decent even if you don't get the hammer, because it basically allows you to, like, as you've seen, it allows you to secure the buffs in like 0.1 seconds. Like, you actually just one-shot them. So it's not just about Bumba's hammer, but Bumba's dagger is also good for Hades. That being said. Oof. Dude, she actually just barely gets away. I'm not even letting her get away. Like right there, I didn't let her get away. for the Bumbas, like I was talking about earlier. I just actually couldn't kill her because she's Arachne and has her ult. Dude, I was gonna go buy Book of Thought, or a Book of the... Dude, why am I saying book? I was gonna go buy Bumbas out of their base. Out of their fountain, because you can do that if you didn't know. But I'm not 20, like, I'm just barely under level 20. Super unfortunate. Alright, we'll back here. We'll go by the Bumbas. I assume most people have seen Bumba's Hades by now, but that's the point. Like, I'm assuming I have no idea, right? So, dude, what if I was gonna be? I could be toxic and go Rod of Healing. Rod of Healing with these kind of builds is super funny, but we'll just be normal. Get this. We're not gonna have any anti-heal for her 1 and her Serrated Edge lifesteal, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Look at the Bumbas procs, chat. Look at the cooldowns. Look at the cooldowns. It's broken. It's actually, it's broken. I didn't even get to use that many cooldowns because he just died that quickly because Poly book build. This build is really strong. Just don't int early game. It's that easy, boys. Just don't int early game. Play safe, play smart. I appreciate you guys for